Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hobbits, today joined by
Brett.
Venomyces, today cracking a bottle from my cellar. 2 years ago, I went to the States. I had a fantastic trip. I went to all over the place, like East Coast, West Coast, not all the way south, but one of the places I went to was New Jersey, and I went to specifically Ocean, New Jersey, and visited Kane Brewing Company. And Kane makes very great barrel-aged beers. One of the beers that I bought there to bring home was some stuff they just had sitting in the fridge there, no one really picked up, which was this one, which was Picture in Reverse. And earlier in the year, I went to Michelob Beer Celebration, and they poured this beer on draft. It was like a test, or just, it was the first time they ever served it to anyone, and I thought it was amazing, and we really liked it. Brett didn't get to try it, but it was, in my mind, a fantastic old ale.
I can't remember if I actually tried it at the festival, but I tried some of the others. Anyway.
But I went to the brewery. I was there with Ivan from All That Ails You. He used to run a beer blog, and we just had a great fun time. And we went to the brewery and all, and they still had this in the fridge, and like no one picked it up because it was an old ale, which was a shame because I remember it being really good. So I picked up 2 bottles, and then 2 years ago I reviewed this with Dad, and we both agreed that this was fantastic. I gave it a 98, and we talked about that in a couple of years' time this would be even better. So now 2 years later, we're trying this, seeing how it is. So this is the very first bottling of Kane's Picture in Reverse.
The bourbon barrel aged.
Bourbon barrel aged old ale on 13.3%. So I hope this holds up. I mean, with a thick layer of wax like that, it shouldn't be oxidized.
No.
And it
I don't
looks
think so.
very nice. It's very dark.
Yeah.
For an old ale.
Yeah. It's almost like a black barley wine.
Yeah, it's like the darkest shade of brown you could get.
Yeah.
I guess.
It has a red hue or like brown hue in the bottom.
Yeah. And a nice
of the glass.
Beige, slightly off-whitish head.
Yep.
Let's see the aroma. Wow, there's a lot of bourbon.
Yeah. And
it's,
nuttiness.
Yeah, it's really mellowed out.
Yeah.
One of the beefs I had having it fresh.
Barrel.
Yeah, so much barrel. One of the beefs I had fresh. I still give it a 98, but beef's fresh was that it was a little bit stinging alcoholic. Like there's no booze. It's just like spirit barrel character. Henry is really smiling behind the camera.
Smells.
You like the aroma?
It's like caramelized, nutty. Yeah, like caramelized nut. Yeah.
Like mixed nuts. But I'm thinking like hazelnut and walnut and these kind of.
Almost almondy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is almondy.
Yeah.
But I'm also getting a good amount of dried dark fruit. Like dates and figs and raisins.
And vanilla.
Tobacco.
Plays into that almondy.
Now there's also some fudge.
Yeah. It's definitely that caramelized character is fudgy.
And it's the fudgy American barrel character from the Bourbon Barrel.
Yeah.
Can I say a thing?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, brunsviger.
Brunsviger, oh, the sticky topping.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
just
so I
like
just-
freshly baked brunsviger.
I can actually kind of see it with a brown sugar type thing.
Yeah, it has like a burnt brown sugar-esque.
Really almondy, actually. And I
there's
think
a
it's
lot of
almost
almond.
like more almond character from the barrel than vanilla for once.
To me, like almost caramelized almond or something.
Yeah.
Because
It's held up really well.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
It's not held up, it's aged very well.
Very well. And it smells so well balanced.
Yeah.
Let's give it a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fuck, that is so well balanced for a 13% beer. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is so well balanced. This does not. Okay, there is a bit of warmth now.
It's
But
bourbon barrel, and it's probably bourbon barrel aged for more than a year or something.
it's
that
at
would
least
be
12
my
months,
guess.
I know.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly drinkable, I feel like.
It's extremely drinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a very high.
But although still very, pungent and it's just such a smooth and balanced beer.
Yeah.
But mostly to the sweeter side, but it still has that toasty, almondy
And
component.
toasty, woody.
Yeah.
Cherry, tobacco. Maybe more fudge and caramel and tobacco than actual dark fruit.
I'm getting a raisiny note,
Yeah.
but it's
And-
mostly
Actually, a raisiny note, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's maybe a little bit of an oxidized note, just lightly, because it has a little bit of almost sherry-like vibes, but it's very light.
But I
not
love when it
ordinary.
gets into that. I like when it has that raisiny thing combined with the toffee, caramel, fudge. nutty character. I think those play really well together rather than plummy.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Then
It's
it
got
gets
great flavor. The mouthfeel is like medium and silky. It's not like
Slightly
fat and
sticky.
chewy. Yeah, slightly sticky, but it's not
Yeah.
like fat and cloying.
Mm-mm.
A lot of barley wines, and it seems like a lot of people who seek in this style now, or old ale. It's it's if you gave this to me blind, I would have guessed a barley wine too. I think old ale and barley wine they're hard to distinguish, especially modern ones, because there's no Brettanomyces in old ale anymore, and often it's a blend of older beer. But
yeah. I would have guessed some kind of barley wine, maybe
Yeah.
black barley wine. But again, it's more toasty than roasty. So
yeah, and it's like very caramel, very nutty, as you said. Like this again, and like a hazelnut or a
mostly almond.
almond. But I think there's also a lot of like cigar tobacco or pipe tobacco,
Sweeter
pipe tobacco,
especially that
Virginia tobacco.
aroma of pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mellowed out and balanced out a lot. There's like not much of like crazy peaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is intertwined very well, but
Super harmonized. Yeah.
very well harmonized. But did it get better with 2 years? I don't think so. This is pretty much how much I remember it. I remember a very similar beer, but just peaking a bit more with very sharp barrel flavor.
Mm.
So I don't think I'm going to change my grade. I
No.
think it's the same beer, but in a more balanced approach. And I might actually think that I liked it a little bit more fresh because it had a bit more punch.
Mm.
But that just goes to show that not all the time barrel aged beer or beer like this, if
No.
you store it in your, like it depends on what you want. If you want a flavor profile like this that is so interwoven and balanced so well interwoven, then you need to age the beer. But if you want like a little singy, like knock bourbon, then you need to drink it fresh. But
Yeah.
I think it's a fabulous old ale, and I think this is definitely on par, if not better than. I think it's better than the brewery's old ales because it's not like so.
I like this more.
Because it's not so overtly alcoholic.
No.
It's so much more
so
drinkable.
harmonized. Yeah, it's everything just plays so well together, but still again impactful.
Almost like a caramelized honey note or something.
Yeah. There's
Or
definitely
hints
honey.
of Madeira wine, which is something I also start to notice in oxidation. But
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to my original grade, 98. I think it's a fabulous old ale. It's one of the best modern old ales I've had. And it's a beer that's not gotten a lot of love because of what it is, I think. But yeah, I really enjoy it.
Maybe also because it's from a brewery that isn't particularly known for making amazing barley wine or old ale. It's imperial stouts that they got the name from. So
Maybe a 97.
yeah,
But I think it's
I
around
was
that.
thinking, a 97. It's
So the camera cut us off, battery ran out, but Brett was talking about buying this from the shelf, looking at an untapped average.
like if you got this in a regular bottle shop or just from the shelf somewhere, seeing this rating of 427 on Untapped, and then getting this level, I think you'd be pretty damn stoked. So yeah, it's not that we are underwhelmed. It's just
I knew exactly what to expect.
we kind of
because I've had it
expected
before.
it to be very good. So
Yeah.
it is a lovely beer.
It's a world-class old ale.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
marvelous. But if you go back and watch my first review with Dad of this, I'm a bit more, what the? Because, it's the first
But also you didn't really know what to expect.
No, I knew exactly what to expect. But it was a joy to drink this again, and I'm glad I didn't try to trade this or anything, that I actually tried it with some age and figured out that maybe age isn't always the answer. Maybe the beer is just as good fresh, It just, I guess it depends on what you want.
Because it's practically an aged product already.
Well, what do you think, General Goose behind the camera?
I think it's very good. As you say, world class. It's amazing. It tastes so good.
Yeah. And I think this kind of beers up your alley too.
Yeah,
Malty, caramel, and
love
bourbon.
I love old ales, and I love
barley wine.
barley wines as well. So
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's delicious.
Yes, so it's delicioso. So if you guys had a chance to try a bottle of Kane's picture in reverse, let us know what you thought of it. Maybe newer vintages. If you've had a newer vintage, let us know what you thought of that. I think it's an exceptional barley wine, and I think it's barley wine, old ale, but one of the better ones I've had if you compare it to something, again, like the most common that people's had is, I guess, the brewery's old ales. Even though they're also really good. Back in the day, though, I was like,
Yeah, and there are some
But-
like barley wines from Anchorage.
Yeah, but again, old ale.
Yeah,
It's,
but
it's a similar ballpark. There's
Yeah.
definitely better old or barley wine than this, but it's fucking great still. So world class. If you had it, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And ring the bell for future notifications about videos. We're going to say cheers in delicious
Cheers.
old ale from 2018. I brought all the way from New Jersey to Denmark.
it's traveled a long way.
It has. See you guys in another beer review.